Good evening, all of you. Today, in this video, I'm going to talk about uh, cyber threat and internal security. Now, we will see in detail first the introduction, then, step by step, I will talk about what is cyber threat, type of cyber threat, and cyber terrorism, cyber attack in the Middle East, and so on. So now let us see what is this cyber threat and internal security. Cyberspace is a global information sharing environment in which a communication over computer network occurs. It consists of the independent network of information technology infrastructure, including the internet, telecommunication network, computer system, and embedded processors and controllers. It is associated with the application of internet worldwide. Cyberspace is also referred to the virtual computer world and more specifically is an electronic medium used to form a global computer network to facilitate online communication. However, cyberspace, a virtual space that does not exist, has become a metaphor to help us understand digital weaponry that intend to harm us. Information technology has transformed the global economy and connected people and market in a way beyond imagination. It is a valuable tool in the hand of government to deliver a public service in an economic, transparent, and accountable manner. The rapidity in the development of information technology, that is IT, and the relative ease with which application can be commercialized has seen the use of cyberspace expand dramatically. With increasing the dependency on the data-centric technology and most of our lives, daily activities have become complex and revolve in and around cyberspace. According to a report by Internet and Mobile Association of India, India has the second highest number of internet users after China. The report stated that there are 504 million monthly active internet users at the end of financial year 2020. However, with only 40% internet penetration, there is still much headroom for growth. The report also stated that in terms of absolute number, India has a more internet user in rural area than in urban cities, that is 227 million in rural area and 205 million in the urban area. However, in terms of percentage or penetration, given the disparity of population distribution in urban and rural India, urban India had a considerably higher penetration level. Thus, the increasing the dependency on cyberspace has cropped up concern associated with understanding the potency of a cyber risk. The cybersecurity threat emanates from a wide variety of sources and manifest themselves in a disruptive activities that target individual, businesses, and national infrastructure and governments alike. It is the pressing need of our home to balance the technological advancement and a cybersecurity capabilities, wherein intelligentsia has to anticipate, prepare, act, and respond to cyber risk in all strata of a human life so as to guarantee effective e-governance, e-commerce, and e-communication, and thus protecting cyberspace where netizen safety and security is ensured. India secured a spot amongst the top 10 expanding countries in the world alongside the USA and was ranked among the top 5 countries to be affected by a cybercrime. According to a report by online security firm semantic corpse. Now we will see what is cyber threat. A cyber threat, a cybersecurity threat is a malicious act that seeks to damage data, steal data, and disrupt digital life in general. Cyber attacks include a threat like viruses, data breaches, and denial of a services, that is DOS attack, etc. However, the term is almost exclusively used to describe information security matter. Types of cyber threats. Hacking. It is an act of committed by an intruder by accessing your computer system without your permission. In simple terms, it means an illegal intrusion into a computer system or network. In this, ready-made computer programs are used to attack the target computer. Stalking. It's referred to the use of internet, email, or other electronic communication devices to stalk another person. A cyber stalker does not physically follow his victim. He does it virtually by following his online activity to harvest information and harasses him or her and make threat using verbal intimidations. It's an invasion of one online privacy. Denial of service. It's occur when legitimate users are unable to access information system, device, or other network resources due to the action of malicious cyber threat actor. Services affected may include email, website, online account, example banking, or other services that rely on an affected computer or network. A denial of service is accomplished by flooding the targeted host or network with a traffic until the target cannot respond or simply crashes, preventing the access for legitimate user. DOS attack can cost an organization both time and money while their resources and services are inaccessible. Phishing. It's an act of acquiring a private or sensitive data from personal computer for use in a fraudulent activities. Phishing is usually done by sending email that seem to appear to come from credible sources. However, they are in a no way affiliate with the actual source or company, which require a user to put in a personal data such as credit card number, social security number. This information is then transmitted to the hacker and utilized to commit act of fraud. Malicious software, malware. A malware defined as a software with malicious intent. It is designed to perform an unwanted illegal act. Some of them are viruses or a computer programs that attack themselves to or infect a system or a files and have a tendency to circulate to the other computer on a network. They disrupt the computer operation and affect the data stored either by modifying it or by deleting it altogether. Worms, like unlike viruses, does not need a host to cling on to. They merely replicate until they eat up all the available memory in the system. The term worm is sometimes used to mean self-replicating malware, malicious software. These terms are often used interchangeably in a context of hybrid viruses, worm that dominate. Trojan is a type of a computer software that is camouflaged in a form of regular software such as utilities, game, and sometimes even antiviruses programs. It is a program that generally impair the security of a system. These are used to create a backdoor, a program that allow outside access into a secure network on computer belonging to a secure network so that a hacker can have access to the secure network. Unlike viruses, Trojan horses do not replicate themselves, but they can be just as a destructive. Ransomware is a form of malicious software that locks up the file on the computer and encrypt them. Demand that you pay to get your files back. Pegasus spyware is in general considered as a malware used for a purpose of tracking spying activity. However, all the spyware are not always considered as a malware. Logic bombs. A logic bombs, also known as a slack code, is a malicious piece of a code which is intentionally inserted into a software to execute a malicious task when triggered by a specific event. It's not a virus, although it usually behaves in a similar manner. It is stealthily inserted into the program where it's lie dormant until a specified condition are met. Data A data diddling is unauthorized altering of a data before or during entry into a computer system and then changing it back after processing is done. Using this technique, the attacker may modify the expected output and is difficult to track. In other words, the original information to be entered is changed either by a person typing in the data, a viruses that program to change the data, the programmer of the database or application, or anyone else involved in the process of creating, recording, encoding, examining, checking, and converting or transmitting data. Hacktivism. A hacktivism is a mix of hacking and activism. It's an act of hacking or breaking into a computer system for a politically or socially motivated purpose. The individual who perform an act of hacktivism is said to be a hacktivist. A hacktivist target include a religious organization, terrorists, drug dealers, and pedophiles. An example of hacktivism is a Daniel of a service attack, DOS, which shut down a system to prevent a customer access. Other examples involve providing a citizen with access to a government censored web page or providing privacy protected means of communication to threatened group. Cyberbullying. When a teenager or adolescent harasses, defames, or intimidates someone with the use of internet, phone, chat room, instant messaging, or any other social network, then the person is said to be committing the crime of a cyberbullying. When the same crime is done by adult, it is known as a cyberstalking. SQL injunction. SQL stand for a structured query language, a programming language used to communicate with database. Many of the server that store critical data for the website and services use SQL to manage the data in their database. A SQL injection attack specifically a target such kind of server using malicious code to get the server to divulge information it's normally wouldn't. Cross-site scripting. Similar to SQL injection attack, this attack also involved injecting a malicious code into the website, but in this case, the website itself is not being attacked. Instead, the malicious code the attacker has injected only run in the user browser when they visit the attacked website, and it goes after the visitor directly, not the website. Cyber terrorism. The advent of the information age resulted in the creation of a new domain of a war. It is a new way to wage a war where a nation would not have to encounter with a thousand of ground casualties or the necessities to develop costly winning strategies. A cyber terrorism is a premeditated, politically motivated attack against information, computer system, computer program, and data which result in a violence against non-combatant target by subnational group or clandestine agent. It is an attack that should result in a violence against a person or a property, or at least cause enough harm to generate fear. A serious attack against a critical infrastructure could be an act of a cyber terrorism depending upon their impact. Cyber terrorism represents a severe threat to the economy and to nation security, especially at a time when fundamentalist groups are growing fast and are spreading around the globe even faster, and where sometimes as harmless as the network is playing a vital role among the internet user, a terrorist silently rooted to distribute their propaganda and spread fear. The web turned out to be the perfect arena for terrorist group as it offer easy access, little or no regulation, anonymity, effective and economic tool of the communication between individual and worldwide. Most of the terrorist organizations have a website where they promote their ideology, sell product, encourage people to obey and practice their interpretation of a religious, and explain how to construct a use a weapon against the infidel. Exploiting the internet was a major challenge and immense success for terrorist group who previously relied on the exclusive crimes scheming by the media to publish their action. Cyber attack in the Middle East region and especially the United Arab Emirates UAE saw a growing number of a cyber attack in a recent year. In a particular, those attacks targeted the oil and a gas sector, telecommunication, governments, and other critical infrastructure. However, the oil, gas in particular, a strong pillar of UAE economy that is of strategic importance to the world, face the greatest risk. Cyber espionage and sabotage are the chief motivation for a groups carrying out such attack. Their preferred mode of dumping a target is though a spear phishing, the practice of spending email from ostensibly a trusted sender in order to trick them into revealing information. However, according to the American research firm cybersecurity venture, damages from cyber attack could cost the world around $6 trillion annually by 2021. It is not just a Western countries such as the US and the UK that are being targeted by hacker, but the rapidly developing and wealthy nation of the Middle East to become a target of both politically and financial driven attack. For example, Saudi Arabia attack media confirmed that attack on a several Saudi Arabia government agencies involving the use of a new variant of salmon known as a stone drill destroyed everything on the infected computer, with the Middle East conflict at a very heated movement between a bordering countries, pro-Palestinian and pro-Israel cyber group have been launching an offensive against website and mail services. The attacks were a volley of an email fraud, DOS attack, and the ping flooding of such site as the Israel Foreign Ministry, Israeli Defense Forces, and also a site that belonged to a group such as Hamas and Hezbollah. Indian and Pakistan. The hostility between India and Pakistan is nothing new. However, with the passage of time, the rivalry has found a new frontier, the cyber world. Unfortunately, the medium that could have been used to bridge the divide and horse down the hostility between the two nations is being used to spew hatred and fight the same war on the cyber front. The statement made by India declared that the nuclear test were conducted in Pokhara. In what followed, the Bhava Atomic Research Center website was attacked by a group called Millworm, who had defaced the web front and posted anti-India messages on the website. It was not until the year 2000 that the Indians started fighting back on this new found frontier. The first alleged attack came from a group calling themselves a Patriotic India, who claimed to have attacked into a Pakistani government website. Another prominent Indian hacker group include the H20, also known as a Hindustan Hacker Organization, and the Indian Cyber Army. It is also believed that there are a number of solo hackers working toward the same cause from both sides of the border. Pakistan has a number of independent groups that have dedicated themselves to the continuous and ongoing online battle. The leading amongst them are the ISI-backed Pakistan Cyber Army and the Pakistan Hacker Club. According to several computer security websites, the number of Indian websites hacked by Pakistani group increased from 4 in 1999 to 72 in 2000. In comparison, about 7 Pakistani websites were attacked in 1999 by Indian group, and this number rose to 18 in 2000. Pakistani hacker respond to this by hacking over 150 Indian websites in 2001. From then onward, a large number of key websites of both countries have been hacked. Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant. Different from the terrorist group who rely on a conventional arm and bomb attack against a specific target, this relative new Islamic fundamentalist organization saw a strong adaptation skill to the 21st century technology. Social media networks such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube have played a major role in the recruitment process, counting on to around a 30 to 40,000 foreign fighters from all over the world. In June 2014, the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria declared the territory that is captured in Iraq and Syria to be an Islamic state and Caliphate. Meanwhile, a group of hackers who claim to be affiliated with ISIS have declared a cyber caliphate and made headline over the past year for a series of online incidents that have received a worldwide news coverage. Chinese attack. Has been a steep rise in the use of resources like malware by a Chinese group called Red Eco to target a large swath of India power sector. Red Eco used malware called a shadow pad, which involves the use of backdoor to access a server. Chinese hacker group known as a Stone Panda had identified a gaps and vulnerabilities in the IT infrastructures and supplied a chain software of a Bharat Biotech and the Serum Institute of India. A recent cyber attack in India, one in four Indian organizations suffered a ransomware attack in 2021, higher the global average of 21st century. Maharashtra was the most targeted state in India, facing 42% of all ransomware attacks. Nearly 1.16 million cases of a cyber attack were reported in 2020, up nearly 3 times from 2019, more than 20 times compared to 2016, according to a government data. NPCIL malware attack. In October 2019, the Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited has confirmed a malware attack that had indeed infected its system at the Kund Kudankulam nuclear power plant and Tamil Nadu. However, investigation revealed that the infected computers belonged to a user who was connected and in an internet connected network used for administrative purpose. Pegasus attack. Now we will see the Pegasus attack point by point. Then the Mauler Mirsek at Mumbai Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust got affected. We will see point wise. And protection of the cyberspace. Then comes 10 step for cybersecurity. We will see the cybersecurity hierarchy in India, cybersecurity architecture in India, Indian Computer Emergency Response Team, legal framework for cybersecurity in India, National Cybersecurity Policy 2013, strategy adopted by the policy, the Cybersecurity Initiative by the Government of India, National Cybersecurity Strategy 2020, National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, Cyber Swachh Kendra, Cyber Surakshit Bharat Initiative, role of a media in internal security. Whoever control the media control the mind. Jim Morrison. Then a new trend for a national security and media. The role of a social media in internal security, growth and challenges of a social media in media, fake news and ensuing violence, online trolling, challenges of extremism, internet trial, ISIS virtual threat to India, ठीक है, legal challenge and a social media, challenges in monitoring a social media, future framework. This topic I will cover in the next video. Now, for this video, I'm leaving this as it. I'm stopping this chapter, that is cyber threat and internal security. Uh, Whatever I have to discuss, I will upload in a next video. For this video, I am leaving. Thank you.